so I'm entitling this How to Stay True to Yourself. Sorry that I didn't post a video last week. I just started working at Walmart and life has been really crazy right now. So I had no time to make a video or anything, and I was like, well, they could just catch up on videos. So I'm actually staying with my dad right now. I do that sometimes. I just go back and forth. My parents are divorced, so you gotta make sure that you spend time with all your family. And so yeah. But this week I have a really exciting topic that I'm really excited to share, because it's things that I've been learning this year. So let me just start with a little bit about me. Like always, I am a people pleaser for sure, most definitely. And because I'm a people pleaser, I always have to be an overachiever. I have to do things right the first time. I don't want to let anyone down, and I kind of work off of my own ability, and that can get really exhausting really quickly, and you put everyone else's needs before yours. That's not going to last in the long fight of your life, because if you're working off your own energy, if you're working off your own ability, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna get burnt out really quickly. And I know a lot of people are like that as well, especially if you're anything like me. I know that you've been burnt out quite a few times. So I just want to discuss my own stories and see where that takes us. So basically, what I've learned from it, especially while working at Walmart recently, I realized I want to be a perfectionist. I want to get this job done correctly, and I want to continue with my job. I want to get paid. I want to promote. So a lot of the times you can get taken advantage of, and especially in college, that can be true. And with freshmen, and what I've had to learn is you need to self-advocate for yourself, because yes, you work hard, yes, you are an overachiever and you have good grades, but people aren't gonna give you what you want unless you stay true to yourself, who you are, and you're not willing to settle for less. So that's really what I've been learning this year, particularly because I've decided I don't want anything but what is best for Brianna. Not anyone else, not people pleasing, not trying to be a perfectionist, not trying to work hard for someone else, but for me. And in college, that comes to light in a couple of ways. For example, financial aid. I know I've talked about that. I've been the one paying for my college, and it's really important to self-advocate for myself. Talking on the phone with financial aid, you can ask for more money, okay? Because there is more money out there, and a lot of people don't think that, but you can go on the phone, talk to your school, and say, is there any room for more money? You can ask, can I put in an application to see if I can get more money? There's extenuating circumstances, maybe you're paying for your college, or maybe your parents just got laid off because of all this. Let them know, because there's money out there and there are people who are willing to help. But again, like I've said in a lot of videos, people don't know that you need help unless you say something. And that's really what I've been learning this year, is staying true to myself, self-advocating for myself, and not settling for less. Perfect example. So at William & Mary, there's this van service that we do, and it's free, and it's on the weekends. I really love it. I think it's a great concept, and I drive for them, and we also get paid. Okay, always find ways to get paid while you're going to school. And $8.50 an hour too. So, and it was 4 hours, so that's pretty good. Okay, and you're just driving people, and you have like a co-pilot too. I was driving with said person, and it was my first time driving. I'm a freshman, don't really know the streets that well because we can't have a car on campus. So all I know is like my dorm, my school buildings, that's it. And so I was hoping, I drove on a Thursday night, which was our slower night, so I was hoping that by doing that I could like learn all the streets, and you know, if I was a little bit slow it wouldn't matter that much because we were slow. So I had said person next to me, and that person was a graduate student, and they were not patient with me at all. Newsflash, people in the world are very mean, very, very rude, and said person was like, I can drive, I can do it, it's fine. And me being me, I was like, no, I need to learn, and the only way I know how to learn is by doing. And I appreciate that you want to take over, but that's not how I learn. Thank you. But she was being very rude about it. Said person was being very rude about it, and was not willing to let me do me. And that's one of those like examples of, you need to know like who you are and what you're not willing to settle with. I'm not willing to settle with learning a new trait, a new skill. I know how I learn, and I know what's best for me, and I'm not going to let someone bully me down otherwise. And I know that a lot of people this year are like cutting off toxicity. That is one of the ways to immediately eliminate toxicity from your life, is knowing your worth, knowing who you are, not willing to settle, and staying true to that, like being firm in that. And I'm still learning that. That's like my goal this year is, I think I've said it, is to just be healthy. And I find myself saying no a lot, you know. But yeah, and especially with people pleasers as myself and tryhards as myself, it's really hard to say no, but you need to. You need to say no. You need to have plans of what you want your life to be like. And I know I map out what my dream house is gonna look like, or what my dream career is gonna look like, what kind of businesses I want to own. I do all of that because I want to make sure that I'm not settling, and that I'm gonna say no if, number one, it's not what I'm supposed to be doing, and number two, I'm being treated wrong. I'd never want to be in a situation like that. So I think that's all I have to really say. But yeah, just stay true to yourself, and by staying true to yourself and by limiting people around you who maybe stress you out or are rude to you or are holding you back, you're settling for. Stay true to yourself. Say no. Get out of those situations while you can. And believe in your abilities, but also rest in them. So that's all I have to say. This video was short. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm working and going to school right now. I have some exciting news that I cannot wait to share. Not yet, but soon. And in the meantime, love you guys.